Nobody asked for this. Also, he's full on swallowing her chin. Cheryl, you're a lesbian. Guys, the Riverdale Season 7 trailer, the final season trailer has dropped. I hope you'll appreciate me because I was not planning on filming today. Today is my editing day, and I'm going to film tomorrow like a bulk of episodes. So I was all chilling in my comfy clothes, you know, just chilling. And then I get a DM, shout out Charmed. I get a DM that the Riverdale trailer came out. And you know what? There's no way. It came out like an hour ago, I think. There's no way that I was going to let myself be spoiled by something on the timeline. I didn't even look at my timeline. Just was like, I literally told them, I'm putting my makeup on, and I'm gonna film. So here I am. Hey, hi, how are you? I'm so excited to watch this. I just need some Barchie content, honestly. It's a very short trailer. It's like a minute and 50 seconds. So, I don't know. I also feel like they're filming kind of slow. I thought that they would be further on in the episodes, but they're still filming the 50s stuff. So I'm not sure when that ends. I hope it's not like the majority of the season is in the 50s. Maybe even just till mid-season, but honestly, in my opinion, that even seems too long. Especially because, I mean, I bet it's going to be written better than this. It's not going to be like this, but I just worry that we're going to spend half of a season in the 50s and it's not even going to do anything in the meantime, you know? Because these aren't the same, like, brains and the people besides Jughead. Is this going to affect present-day timeline? Because if it doesn't, that's literally pointless, and it's pretty much just giving us half a season of a different story. I'm assuming that they do find out. I don't know how. It's going to be kind of funny, though, if they find out that they're not supposed to be in the 50s, and they're all just, like, walking around in 50s clothes in the 50s and being like, why are we here? But yeah, I'm sure it's going to make sense. It's going to wrap together, but I just hope that, I guess more so what I hope is that they don't spend too long with the characters not knowing who they are and what the truth is. That's a better way of saying it. I don't really care if it's in the 50s if they're their own brains, because I need me some Barchie, I need some Jabitha, I need some Shoni, honestly. I am deprived of Shoni, and we better get Shoni content this entire season. If they make us wait to the end, I'm gonna light my house on fire. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. Insurance company, if you're watching this, I'm not gonna do that, I promise. But I will freak out, because there's no reason, like, they already kind of had a moment at the end of last season, so there's no reason why it should take more than a couple episodes at the most for them to kind of reunite and, you know, go with that flame. But at the same time, I don't know how that's going to work because they don't know who they actually are, and they're in the 50s, and like gay people in the 50s, you know, is bad. I don't know. Okay, I want to watch this trailer. I'm just rambling my thoughts because I'm nervous, but I'm really excited to watch it. It's obviously the final season, so this is really important. A huge trailer. Fingers crossed that it looks good. Please. All right, let's do this. Aw. Why did that make me emotional?
The year is 1955.
I love his hair like that.
All of us, we were all sent back in time.
Also, I would love to have that sweater.
We need to get back 67 years ago. But in
Okay.
the future.
The future.
I'm gonna just let the whole thing play at first, and then I'm gonna talk about it.
None of them remember our lives from before.
But at least he's
we became
explaining
teens,
it.
man.
They probably don't
Jughead,
listen for a while,
in high
but...
school.
Oh.
Life's good.
Ah!
Why would we want to go back?
I want to pause it and replay it so bad, but I
Things
won't.
are different here in
Oh.
Riverdale.
Oh my god, ew.
Kevin to want me.
Poor Kevin. See, that's what I mean. Like, the gay people
I
are
am
probably,
back,
like,
Veronica Lodge.
not letting
She's a
themselves be
celebrity
gay.
from Hollywood.
Shut up.
Wait a minute. You and Cheryl are getting married?
Come along, Archie.
Ew.
Mrs. Andrews.
We need to
Cheryl,
get
you're a
back to
lesbian.
1955. We are not from the future.
So, okay, so it does seem like...
Kevin, it's time to start cramming.
Less full sex, did you say?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, no, that's too happy. Ew.
An orgy?
I didn't say you to Barchie. What the...
These sorts of things don't happen in Riverdale.
Please don't. What is going on?
Trust me, nothing is ever gonna be the same again.
Awesome. I mean, swell.
Oh, that was good. What the f? So much happened. Listen, you guys could have made it 3 minutes, but you put it in fast forward for real. Oh my god. Okay, this is wild. One thing that's crazy is, for one, let me say for one, I'm so happy that Jughead is telling them. Of course, they're probably not going to believe it for a while, but they will believe it eventually, which means that all the scenes that, like, in the 50s that they're shooting, they're not going to be like, actually, I don't know. Now I'm second guessing it because there is a lot of scenes of gay characters kissing straight characters. So maybe my hope is that happens earlier in the season, in the first couple episodes, and maybe they're just putting it here because how long could they drag that on without them knowing, you know? Because there's no storyline progression besides Jughead knowing what's going on. So at some point they have to find out early on so that the story can actually progress, because there's no point in just showing us the 50s, you know? So I do have hope for that. Wow, I want to play it again and pause and stuff. That is wild though. Kevin kissing Betty, Cheryl and Archie getting married. Ma'am, you're gay. You're gay. And he already has a soulmate. It's not you. It's not Veronica. And then Jughead and Veronica kissing, which is interesting to me. It looks like he's like hitting on Tabitha at the end, but it's interesting because Jughead knows what's going on. So why is he kissing Veronica? You know, that's weird. Okay, we're gonna watch it and then pause and enjoy it. I actually am pretty impressed with the trailer. It looks good. Looks twisted and weird, but it looks good. This is the kind of shit that I picture Riverdale should just go all out for. Just do the crazy shit you want to do. We're over it. You know, there's always so annoying people that comment, what is Riverdale doing at this point? Like, what is even happening on Riverdale? Like, what the First of all, there's like 2 seasons. I don't know if there was no Supernatural in the first 2 seasons, but like, it was 2 seasons of that. We're on season 7. Let it go. It's been campy and corny and supernaturally for like 5 seasons. So, calm down. Don't watch it if you don't like it. Shut up.
The year is 1955.
All of us, we were all sent back in time.
Oh, wait. I want to see that bus scene.
We need to...
Is this like a discrimination thing? Oh, it is. It's all black people on there. Ew.
We need to get back 67 years ago. But in the future.
I wonder if any of them believe him.
None of them remember our lives from before we became teenagers again.
Killing it.
We're
Aw.
juniors in high school.
Mm.
Life's good.
Please, look at them. Look at them. So when does this scene happen? It's got to be like later in the season when they figure out who they are. Because then she follows it up with Kevin and I are getting married. Because this doesn't seem like, oh, they're a couple at the beginning and then they break up. Because they look too happy. So when would this happen if not after the fact? And the scene like where they're dancing in the room, I'm pretty sure they're wearing the same thing.
Why would we want to go back?
I'm just glad they got rid of his hair from last season.
Different.
R.I.P. Not gonna miss you. Ew.
I want Kevin to.
It's funny too, cause like he's straight in real life, but seeing him with a woman is weird.
Want me.
Aw.
Yes, I am that Veronica Lodge.
She's a celebrity from Hollywood.
Wait a minute. You and Cheryl.
Yeah, this is. Please. The first time we got this, the first and only time, I think, it was bad enough.
Getting married?
Come along, Archie.
Say
Keep it.
no more.
Mrs. Andrews.
Ew. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Hold up a minute. Oh, I thought it was the same shirt. I was like, I wonder if that's a trick and that's actually Betty he's talking to. Oh my god.
We need to get the hell out of 1955.
Because it does seem like at some point Betty and Archie are together. But I wonder if that's at the beginning and then he gets with Cheryl. I hope it's the opposite, but it makes me wonder because of the ending of last season where he's like looking at Betty through the window and he looks at her like he's in love with her, you know? They seem too happy for that to be like, oh, we're about to break up.
We are not from the future.
But you are. Keep it.
Kevin, it's time to start
Ew.
cramming.
Lustful sex, did you say?
Okay, hold on. I gotta pause all this shit. At least they're like, oh, that was Shoni. I didn't notice that. I don't think I noticed that the first time because it was going too fast. Who was that first couple? Shoni, oh my god. Who is that? It's not Archie. Who is that? Oh, that's the new character. The new character. I kind of hope that that he sticks around and like we actually get to watch them fall for each other in real time, or when they're actually themselves in the 50s. Because like right now, I don't necessarily think that Reggie's that great for her, and Archie is definitely not good for her. They just don't match. They're not a match. They're too different. But I feel like if they actually introduced a new character and showed us them falling in love, because I feel like that was what the issue with her husband was that we didn't even see them falling for each other. They just all of a sudden were like in love, which makes it hard to like ship them, you know? So I hope that we see this from the beginning. Why'd it go over Shoni so fast? Homophobic. Yes. I wonder if this... And early on, they must come to a, like, realization. They must. Because of all these couples. Unless they all just decided right now that they were going to start being gay. Or the only other thing I think is, like, maybe Jughead tells them this about who they really are. And then kind of tells them certain things about their life. That, like, hey, you're a lesbian, you're bisexual, you know, you're gay. Maybe it's a situation like that. Nobody asked for this. Also, he's full on swallowing her chin. Period. Period. No chin swallowing here. Oh, no.
An orgy?
An orgy. What the fuck is this, though? Jughead knows what's going on. Why are you kissing her? Because, like, low-key, it's kind of... Oh, shit. I didn't mean to play. Low-key, that's kind of messed up to Tabitha, because, like, if he is in his right mind here and kisses her, he's, like, knowingly kissing somebody else when he's in a relationship with Tabitha. Even though that's all messy. Unless Tabitha, like, turns him down in the show, like, really badly or something.
These sorts of
Period.
things don't happen.
Ooh. Did we just watch Cheryl getting herself off while watching Tony? Because, like, that is everything. Damn.
Something terrible has happened.
It's terrible. Ooh, terrible shit always happens to you. Period, queen.
Gonna be the same again.
Awesome. I mean, swell.
Ah. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, it looks so good. Tell me that doesn't look so good. Yes, it's kind of like a mind fuck, like what is going on? But I have a feeling that it's gonna make sense. Because the storyline of them not knowing who they are, but then also Jughead tells them who they are, and then eventually they're going to find out who they are in their own brains, makes it hard to piece together all these scenes because you don't know what period that scene is happening at. Like, is this happening before they find out who they are? Is this happening when Jughead tells them and they're trying to experiment? Or is this happening when they finally get their memory? It's difficult to be able to tell where these things fall in a timeline. I do want to say one thing, though. I am pretty impressed that the writers wrote in the closeted gays storyline and the racism storyline, because they could have easily just been like, oh, in this world, the homophobia back then didn't exist and the racism didn't exist. Like, everybody's fine with everybody, which would have been a cop-out, but they're addressing it, because if we're going to see them in the 50s for so long, and the whole point is that they're in the 50s, they should be tackling the real issues that were happening in the 50s. So as much as I want to see Cheryl and Tony together right away, I get it, why this is happening. I still am hoping, though, that it's only a few episodes where they don't have their memories. It would be kind of interesting to see them interact. Well, I mean, in terms of, like, some of the Betty and Kevin scenes, it seems like there's so much content there that it can't just be 1 or 2 episodes. Maybe it could be 2. But I wonder at what point Jughead tells them that. I bet Jughead tells them that in the first episode to try to get them to, like, listen. And then, like, in the first and second episode, we see Kevin and Betty. And then maybe on the third is when they start, like, believing him and, like, realizing it themselves. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't want to wait until the half season for them to actually get their memories back. Because that's such a boring reveal, you know? Like, oh, they have their memories back. Okay, cool. But, like, we don't need to keep that for a mid-season finale. And even though there's so many scenes of them getting with other people previously, like Cheryl and Archie, there was also equally a lot of scenes where they're with their actual respective partners. So I don't know. It's confusing, but it's interesting to like try to think where that goes on the timeline of things because there's really no context to half of this stuff. I'm still confused about the Jughead and Veronica kiss, especially because he knows in his head what's going on. He knows who she is. He knows who he is. He knows who he's supposed to be dating. And the only thing I can think, and really that would justify that, would be if he shoots a shot with Tabitha, which clearly he does at some point, and she like violently shuts him down. Not violently, but like is like, not gonna happen. No, you know? And then maybe Jughead is heartbroken or whatever, and then that happens. It just doesn't make sense to me why he'd be kissing Veronica when he actually knows what's going on. I don't think he would unless there was a reason. So I guess we'll find out. That this trailer was really good for 1 minute and 40 seconds, 50 seconds. I'm kind of impressed for once though that they didn't just put a whole bunch of crap in the trailer where you could guess what's going on. So because of this timeline like that, you really don't know what's going on. Because even if they did show like more of the storyline, we still wouldn't know what comes where. You know what's interesting that I just noticed? I think that Archie's hair, when Archie is in the room dancing with Betty and he has the tan cream and green sweater on, his hair is shorter than it is when he is on the bridge kissing Cheryl. So does that mean the scene with him dancing with Betty comes first? Or does that mean that the other ones come first and then he gets a haircut? Because like the hair either grew or got cut. So that doesn't help me at all. But the hair is definitely different. So I can't imagine that they'd be this close to like dancing and like being cute and drinking milkshakes if they were not together, you know? So I'm hoping that the short hair is like the after. Let me look. I want to look in one of the love scenes and see how long his hair is. Well, I don't know, because when he's walking in the hallway with Cheryl, his hair is short. It's not like it was long, but it was shorter. Okay, the love scene with Betty, his hair looks a little bit longer. Although that is the orgy scene, because he's also kissing Cheryl. So I can imagine that this orgy scene happens before they find out, because why else would they be having an orgy if they have memories of each other and being engaged? That wouldn't make sense. Maybe that, since that orgy storyline happens first, and he's got long hair there. This is a hair theory. This is probably way off, but his hair with Betty is shorter. There is also a scene where his hair's short with Cheryl. However, the orgy scene where he's kissing Cheryl and Betty, his hair is long. So he's clearly not just with Betty, because like you wouldn't have an orgy if you're engaged to somebody. So that must happen first. If he's got the long hair that happens first, it leads me to believe that the stuff after it with the short hair is when they find out the truth. Or maybe the hair is just inconsistent and doesn't mean shit. But especially the orgy scene, his hair is definitely longer. In the scene of him on the table with the saw, his hair is longer. His hair looks a bit longer too when he's in the gym, where he says we are not from the future. I kind of believe my theory now because he has longer hair when he says we're not from the future. So clearly he has the longer hair when they don't know the truth. So that makes me think all those short hair scenes with Betty and whatnot are after the fact. I'm probably totally wrong, but like this is the Archie Hairgate. I'm gonna look at the other scenes as well and see. Okay, there's the scene where Betty is spraying her hair with hairspray. His hair's long, but that's not necessarily a couple scene. That's just he's just there. His hair's long when he's sitting at the table with Cheryl, and when he says Mrs. Andrews, his hair is longer. Interesting. His hair is longer when he says Mrs. Andrews, but he's wearing the same thing in the scene with Betty, where he says she's a celebrity. His hair is shorter, but he has the same sweater on. This is fucking weird. Oh, but his shirt is different. So this is 2 different times. And then Archie says, why would we want to go back with his long hair? So okay. I'm convinced that the stuff with the long hair happens first. But I don't know. Never mind. I think my whole theory doesn't make sense because with the short hair, he says that Veronica's a celebrity. So that's got to be at the beginning of the season. But whether I have it backwards or not, and the long hair happens after or before, I feel like that might be a hint. I don't know which one it is, but one of them is first and one of them second. Or they're just inconsistent. When he's drinking the milkshake, his hair's longer. I also feel like it'd make more sense if the hair's longer later in the season, because like hair grows, but I know you can also cut your hair. But okay, I do think, I'm taking that back. I think it's the opposite. I think the short hair is in the beginning and the long hair is later. And probably some of the scenes where it like looks like it could be one or the other are more in the middle. So, because the scene when he's in the room with Betty, his hair's short and he's talking about Veronica and like says like she's famous, and that's a different shirt than when he is actually in the booth. So that's not the same time. And then when he's in the booth with Betty and they're drinking the milkshake, that's long hair. So that's later on. I don't know. I just completely tore that shit up. The other characters, no idea. Can't tell. But I'm so here for Shoni. Also, I love like how erotic it is. Cheryl's like watching her and just like losing her self-control, which like low-key, I'm kind of here for them like discovering their sexuality again. It's kind of cute and kind of, it's cool to watch too, because this is in the 50s, you know? There wasn't too much of Tabitha in this trailer, so I hope we get more of her. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, it's gonna get whack. I'm kind of happy though that they didn't put Archie with like Veronica, because they don't remember who they are, you know, like I like that they're putting them with completely random characters that they never would have been with otherwise, because it makes it more easy to watch, where like fans aren't gonna argue about it all the time about like, oh, that was real, this is real, da da da, you know, because it's not like a ship war thing with this. But yeah, this looks so good. I'm so excited to watch it. When does this come out? I know it comes out super soon, March 29th. So it comes out this month. Cannot wait for it. I will see you guys on March 29th. Thanks for watching.
Looking like that, make a gentleman stay.